Fold up a blanket and put it under there. It muffles the noise.
Okay, that's a good idea. I hate like ticking or like repetitive noises. Like that's so obnoxious. That exactly like that.
Or like
that counts as well.
Yeah, but that would be annoying if you didn't like it. What about like?
Keep going.
No, I mean that same umbrella category.
Okay.
Yeah.
Short.
See, that's too many options. Because really, when you can appear to look like anything, I need to focus, because if I just get lost in thinking of like, oh, what nose should I have? Bulbous or pointy or patrician nose, or that could take hours to decide.
Well, I mean, right there, patrician. I think
it's a hands down.
That's perfectly fair. Right there.
So patrician nose.
Yes. See, one problem already solved.
All right. What kind of eyes? What color? Blue, black, brown, green? I don't do this.
Green's pretty.
Green's great.
And maybe just one of them, maybe you got a patch over the other.
All right.
Too many new options.
Patch is great.
A patch on one eye?
Sure.
All right. What else do I have?
Maybe you have like a cleft chin,
Ooh, yes, butt chin. Those are
Butt
always good.
chins. Those would be very attractive.
And give yourself red hair.
Red hair, green eyes, big patrician nose, cleft chin.
We're getting into Mr. Potato Head territory. I think maybe just a simple halfling woman,
With red hair and a big patrician nose
And a
cleft
bald
chin.
on top and red hair on the side.
Oh yeah, very
Just
curly.
down here,
All right.
They're pulling your leg. They're pulling your leg, yeah?
Overalls with polka dots and a real big bow tie and shoes bigger than you should be wearing.
I feel like you're describing a specific person.
No.
Why, hello there.
Good to see you again. Oh boy, it is sure coming down outside. Wish there was a way to dry off real fast.
Well, if that's what you're asking, I would be happy to help you.
I am.
He walks on over and kind of starts just breathing heavily on you.
What does it smell like?
It's his breath is warm, and there are elements of almost like an herbal scent that immediately is overtaken with kind of a
Sour cream and onion chips.
yeah. It's not entirely unpleasant, but not pleasant either. It's just warm cow breath kind of a smell.
Oh, I just want.
Here's the thing. I spent a lot of time by the water when I was growing up, and when you live by the water, too much water theme and your design is just kind of overkill. It's like the person that has the beach house and everything's just shells and water and.
Yeah, no, that's just a faux pas socially.
Yeah, So I feel like this has some unique properties to it. Is there a chance that I could, I don't know, in some way transfer or copy some of that onto what I'm currently wearing? I have just a little bit more intrinsic value with what I have.
Let me go ahead and have a look at it, if you wouldn't mind. There we go. There's a few other pieces right there. You just want to hand those over?
They're not really attached. I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right. That's a
I don't know
full
if the
set.
shells fall out, so just be careful.
No, I appreciate that heads up.
Yeah.
Hey, mind helping me? And and then the other guy goes, oh yeah, no worries. Pardon me, sir. I'll be right back. Me, could you watch him? And the other one comes around the corner. Oh yeah, no worries. And now the third one has entered the room and is looking. This is a very strange sight for ye who has not been within the store first.
Forgot to tell you, there are multiple versions of Pumat. Apparently the other ones are called Mimi.
The one who's in the back goes, well, we refer to each other as me, as we're all technically the same individual. But there's a Pumat Prime, but he's currently not in the main chamber. I haven't seen you around. What's your name there, fella?
Oh, hello, Molly. Hello.
Molly,
Hi.
hello to you as well.
Charmed.
Well, yeah. You see, this is the kind of massive curled hair around the somewhat pointed furred ears that curl back, the large smile under the broad nose, very
Attractive.
Oh, it's just a pleasant, jolly individual who is massive in size.
I don't mean to pry into your personal existence, but there seems to be many of you. And was that a magic? Was that caused by magic? Did you do that? Is that an accident? Was that a splicing thing?
The large looming figure of Pumat's soul kind of just shades over you and slowly comes down onto his knees, kind of almost this lurching monolith over your tiny goblin frame. The face gets tense for a second and then pulls back into this very warm, toothy smile and goes, "Oh, I like an inquisitive little girl," and kind of pats and rubs your head. The hand is like a giant mitt that almost encompasses your entire head.
Fuck your concussion.
So if you look over there, and he points on the wall, you see what looks to be a sort of a framed symbol. It looks like 3 diamond shards that all point to the center and like almost like a flux capacitor-like design. And goes, "I'm actually an annex of the Cerberus Assembly. So I get certain favors and I do things for them. So I provide them occasionally with my capabilities and some enchanted objects. And in return, they were kind emaugh to provide me with, me and him and him."
A bakery and a porn shop. If they find a fight club, you guys are just gonna be orgasming.
To be fair, they make pornographic cakes there, so that's all right.
It's pretty great. Bringing an American Pie reference. Wow. All right, so, but as soon as you enter, almost every other person in there kind of glances over their shoulder at you and kind of goes back. That's the business. But as soon as you finish scanning the room, a voice kind of peeks up and goes, hello. You glance over and see what appears to be a human female in her 40s, kind of mousy brown hair, kind of wild and curly that goes past her shoulders, and she has like a heavy sweater on, and these big glasses that are right in front of her face. She goes, "Can I help you?"
That is a very handsome sweater you have. Is that from here in the city?
Oh, it was a gift.
I'm sorry. What is your name?
Iva.
Iva, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Iva Deshin, and this is my shop.
In the back, you can already see there are large scrolls that are hung up with like beautifully painted nudes. You can see rows and rows of
I made you plan for this.
I know you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, buddy. There are stacks of books where the covers have their own individual paintings, where you can see
Detail.
You can see like a portrait of a moonlight painting of a brawny-looking man who's dipping a fainting-looking woman in like a delicate dress, glistening across the moonlight. It's slightly pulled up, but this is the young adult romance section of any bookstore on full display. And the more you look back, you can see there's a few figures in the process of just kind of thumbing through the books, kind of reading them where they stand in the middle there.
Oh, I have recommendations if you like.
Of course, I'm very interested in literature recommendations.
There's Zemnian Nights, very popular. There's The Enchanting Tryst for those who want more of a fantastical perspective. Scent of the Sea for the traveler who enjoys the perusal. That one is Outer Empire, so folks have varying interest. There's Tusk Love. That one's a little more saucy. If you want something more gentle, something that's more of just a classical love story, we have Guard of My Heart. Shallow Breaths are a bit more body, and
I want to buy Tusk Love, please.
Right this way.
And as she walks away from us, I'm obviously here for a purpose, but I like historical fiction as well, and I like when the two things are combined. Do you know what I mean?
Sex and history.
She kind of leans in for a moment and gives you a look.
Follow me.
And she leads you both to the back.
Historical fiction, I don't like shallow, smut. I like to learn something while I'm being titillated, I suppose.
Make a persuasion check. You made me do this, Liam.
I like to
Edubation.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Let me tell you that.
I have rolled a 20, that is 20.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, shallow breads. That's a good one.
As the guy turns around, you can see him. He's mid to late 30s, you would expect. Dark hair slicked back, kind of pulling the hairline pulling back a bit, male pattern baldness style, human. And as soon as he looks around, he kind of just, oh, I'm just perusing.
It's not one of your favorites.
I don't know. I've not read it. I couldn't tell you.
What's your name?
I need to go. And he just kind of pushes past you, and as he begins to exit the chamber, he goes, I'm all right. I'm good. Thank you this time. Goodbye. And just like darts out into the rain.
I open it up and see what shallow breads is about.
Thank you, and it's been a pleasure. If you're ever interested, I do my own writing, and I'm in the process of finishing the 3rd chapter of my next series. So
I would love to see it right now.
Well, it's not done. I
Do you have a sample?
Yeah, what is your niche?
well, she gets a little nervous and reaches behind and pulls out a small piece of paper and says, I need this back because it's part of my manuscript, but you can have a glance over it.
Tumblr is so happy right now.
What is it? What is it?
At a quick glance, it appears to be not very well written. It's a bit ham-fisted in its analogies and its descriptives, but you appear to have caught the middle of a saucy meeting of a strong, strapping farmhand who is currently trying to seemingly work down the cost of a piece of equipment by the purveyor who's, you don't have enough information to make up the full story, but it's this very much kind of like, how can I get this at a cheaper price? And the guy's
She's very heavy-handed with her innuendos.
yeah.
Also,
The salesman's like, well, I don't know. How much are you willing to pay? He's like, well, I only, and it's just, it goes back and forth, and you're kind of like, I can see where this is going, but it's not going there fast enough, and it's...
They keep talking about the heft of his equipment.
Yeah.
A lot of reference to his equipment.
The gauge of his pipe.
So yeah, it's do you
like it?
Oh, do I?
Make a deception check.
Fuck! I was thinking of... Sure.
While this was going on, and she was distracted,
Oh no. Oh no.
can I find just one of the books that looks, easily accessible, and I want to open it up, and on the inside write, "We're watching you." We saw you come in here.
You grab a quick copy of Guard of My Heart, which the cover of it has the actual Crown's Guard crest printed on it. Appears to be some sort of a dynamic of honor versus what the heart wants.
Oh, yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Written by 7 Corbo.
That's so good. +5. So what is that?
Over 20.
23.
Okay. As you quickly whip through the statement, close the book, set it on the shelf. No one, anybody else the wiser.
As we're walking out, I will show you a trick that I've learned, in the past few years. It's very cold out, and I pull sides of the bread out. It's hot, and I hand you bread, and I hand you a piece of bread, and then I shove my hands in. It's warm. Then I can eat it later. Let's go.
Oh, Caleb.
You can buy mittens.
Yeah, there's like muffs, like hand muffs.
Yeah, but I can eat this. Why are you looking at me that way?
It's weird, Caleb. It's weird.
It's not weird. Many people have done this in this make-believe world and also in America.
Why didn't you just light your hands on fire instead of putting it in bread?
I
Isn't
would
that
have burnt the bread and then I couldn't eat it. It's simple.
It's toast. It's actually really tasty.
Well, I don't have the control is a little tricky sometimes.
A little off.
Sometimes.
Open the curtains up. Yeah, I have the Tusk's love too.
You go back and forth.
I read it and I keep looking forward, like,
Oh.
and then go back to it. I assume it's about some sort of orc love.
It is actually. It deals with the union of a half orc and the daughter of a traveling merchant, as they meet they meet on the Amber Road up near Druvenlode, and it goes into a saucy union between the two, but they can't because what would the parents think? Yeah.
What's the name of the half orc?
Oscar.
Oscar.
With a K. Oscar.
What you reading there, Jester?
Nothing, Oscar. Don't worry about it.
Oh man.
I cast Disguise Self on myself, turning myself into a halfling with red hair, green eyes, a hawkish nose, overalls,
Big shoes.
thinning on top, 2 big shoes.
It's your best disguise yet.
Yeah?
Not? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, were you?
Jump into the ring. Some pretty high-ranking asshole gladiators. Should probably be willing to take a few licks. Shut up.
Oh,
Asshole Gladiator.
taking a few
Great
licks.
Should have picked up a copy.
I was trying to go like a, make sure, before you jump in the ring with Muhammad Ali type of thing, but Muhammad Ali isn't here.
Oh, you gotta look at those assholes.
Yeah, lick those gladiator assholes.
Dolan's stare goes a little distant as he tries to fully comprehend the gravity of your statement before the slowly
Does
nodding.
C4 shift his weight?
Just,
Wait, I knock on Jester and Beauregard's door.
What is it that you want knocking on our door so late at night, Caleb?
You've been reading too much tonight. Too much tonight.
All right, and there you see a shining bag of what looks like glittering coin and what looks to be buttons, like spilling out of the top of this small satchel.
Be? And a flask on top?
Yeah.
Why would this even be?
Do I see Ford's belongings over near his bed?
Yes, you do.
I'm going over there.
As soon as she comes in the door slams shut. Molly, get the window.
Right!
I draw my hand crossbow. Are you an imposter?
No. We are gonna have a talk.
There's a definite explanation for this.
What were you looking for?
Seafood. You must have some on you. You're of the sea. I love shrimp, and I never get a chance to get any, so we're so landlocked in here. I love the taste of the sea.
Do I believe her?
You can go ahead and make a insight check.
Natural 20.
I was not looking for shrimp.
Not dear. Why don't you tell the nice man the truth? Devil's tongue.
Oh, what is that? What does that do? What is that?
Oh, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I was looking for your letter to the Solstice Academy.
My letter? But not why?
I want it.
What for? That's fine. No one's in trouble.
I want to give it to Caleb.
Well, why? What would Caleb do with it?
What you would do with it. Study, learn magic, become more powerful.
But you wouldn't want me to have that sort of ability. You'd rather Caleb have it.
I don't know a lot about magic, but I know he has the potential to be very powerful.
You do?
And I need him to be.
Why not? Why do you need him to be powerful?
So he can save me.
I understand. I'm sorry if we've upset you.
No, you're cool for some reason right now.
Yeah, we're all friends.
Not for some reason. I'm just cool in general, not. I'm just cool in general, not.
So cool.
That shit is amazing.
It's not gonna last. You didn't know that. It's not gonna last.
Just for now, though.
Well, enjoy it while you have it.
Promise me that you will not go through my things anymore when I'm not around, that the items that I have belong to me.
Would you give me the letter? I could change your name on it to his name, and then he could use it to get into the school, and he could learn more powerful magic, and then...
You know,
And then he could change me.
change you.
He could change this.
Alarm.
All right.
And then Oscar falls in love with her. And he carries her across a field and they love each other so much.
That's so great.
It's the most beautiful story, Bo.
Can we go to sleep now?
Yeah.
You guys
Another hard turn.
all eventually find yourselves to rest for the evening.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. What time is it?
It's mid-morning.
What time exactly of the day?
10:13 a.m.
It's super hot.
Caleb said.
Time for this.
Lawrence is great. Worked for me before.
Lawrence.
Actually, no. Let's do something else, considering I already used Lawrence
It's just
once.
about his name, just anything. Just... Sorry. You need a drink.
How about
Yes, I do. I had a terrible night last night.
Oh.
how about
And as you look inside, it's a symbol that looks like an R, but part of the R extends beyond to produce a K almost. And it looks like a sigil or a seal that utilizes the title in it. Yeah.
It's actually nice work.
That is really
Yeah.
That's good.
I hate to burn it
You
down.
got like a. You
Future.
can do this in graphic design.
You procured these for us.
Well,
created them for us?
That's impressive.
I haven't used my art degree. You know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the Tri-Spire. Which we
Or
can
no,
do.
we can just go to the hall. The Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, at the Zoltress Academy.
The King's Hall?
Because he's in disguise now. You look the same.
Yeah,
Bo.
if you look like you.
No, I
actually.
got that. Yeah.
We don't want to have them see us going over.
Okay, well then you go.
Cool.
Just feel free to give me like a.
Oh, what's the sign?
No, that's not it.
A peacock?
I thought that was a hawk.
Was that supposed to be a hawk? A pigeon?
What about
Fair enough. It's a pigeon.
It's a pigeon.
Feral pigeon.
I'll listen for the pigeon.
Yeah.
Discuss back and forth about
It's really good all to know. I'm glad we're getting all this information.
No. There's no fucking pigeons yet. We're good.
No. It's
A physician also.
yes.
A dark physician, most likely.
I mean, sure. He looks confused. Dark physicianry, I guess, is an issue in some parts of the world, I suppose.
Yeah, rampant where I'm from. Just real fucking dark.
He looks back at Horace. Horace is like, right. Well, if you come across any dark physicianry, please do your best to quell it where it seeds.
Indeed, I will. Indeed.
Thank you.
You probably will not be hearing from us again before the task is done. No.
We need it more!
I keep trying to make it sound. It's just nothing's working.
I don't know. I'd say take the foot and mouth sign. Just the signal.
We need the handwriting. High Richter more than Lord Sutan's handwriting.
You're not there.
He blew it
any longer.
No worries. What's the door?
How did it go?
Did you get the handwriting?
Stupid pigeons.
You get the handwriting of the Lord.
Yeah, but I'm not sharing
I
it.
rigged it.
Yep, got it, no problem. Read it, looked at it, I understand what it looks like. Let's go.
We need it really
Nope,
bad.
Sorry, not
you not get
gonna
it?
help you.
What did they say? What did they say?
A
Though?
whole bunch of stuff, but I can't say it around them. I just won't. Just out
Okay.
of
All
principle.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, do you think you could go back and say that you forgot to ask a question?
It's just not.
Just say, hey, the whole point of this was to find the High Richter's handwriting as well.
I understand that
and
these
maybe-
two are really busting your balls, and I commiserate with that. But we do need, in fact, to ask.
Now, see, if you ask nicely, yeah, things will happen. I walk back up to the door. Knock, knock, knock.
The eye peeks through the window once again.
One more thing.
I'm keeping an eye out for anyone watching.
Totally forgot to ask. You don't happen to have any handwriting from the High Richter, do you?
No, that would make this a lot easier.
Yeah, I know. Great.
Sorry.
Have a good day.
You too.
Most people in the Tri-Spire don't carry around bedrolls.
Yes, but it's a little. You're not there.
It's not him, it's a pigeon.
It's true. You're right. You're right, Sam.
There's a metagaming pigeon in this.
Bonus action. Can we please make the metagaming pigeon a thing now? I've played with a few in my time. Alrighty. Anything else you guys want to do while you're there? Not an upperclassman by any means. Upperclassman. Not what I was going for. That's fine.
Seniors letting down.
You know. St. David's High School football rules. Weird. But you do see this individual is currently a small child, maybe like 5 or 6 years old. This kind of scruffy reddish hair and a dirty smashed face. Walks up and goes, "What happened to the kitty?"
Oh, you know, just ran up on the roof. We were trying to chase her down. You want to see if maybe she ran around the corner?
I was going up to pet it and it went away.
Yeah, they're tricksy like that.
Second time your cat's just
Yeah.
finished.
Yes, I did it that time.
I tell you what, if I see it, I'll call out. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Simon.
Simon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simon!
We found him.
He's a real boy.
Simon, I'll call out if I see him. Why don't you see if you run the other way, see if you can find him.
Okay.
He runs on the other side of the building.
Yeah, or just like ill on the front doorstep and keep him occupied.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I could, kick the shit out of Knot in the face and then just,
I mean, we've got Mollymock with us. Why don't you just do the same thing to him?
So I could just kick the shit out of Knot in the face and then just
I don't appreciate this at all. I feel like I'm being singled out.
No, I think a better
because
idea.
I'm a woman.
A better idea, perhaps, is for one of it. You're able to disguise yourself, right?
I mean, yeah.
And you see both Molly Mock and Ford crawling in opposite directions across floors. You see footsteps, and the clerk had just rushed out of the chamber down a nearby
Go
hallway.
between them like Noah through the water. Oh, that's
Okay.
the wrong Moses. Yeah.
Right.
That's the
Like Noah through the ark.
There's vomit and eggs everywhere.
So what you can see now is there's 2 hallways. Excuse me, can I help you? Make a deception check, please.
Oh no, me. That's a -1.
What seems to be the problem? Looks kind of as opposed to being empathically interested in the well-being, is genuinely kind of disturbed by the sound the child is making, Rosemary's Baby style. Let me see you. He comes forward and puts his hands out towards his eyes. Do you do that? Make an intimidation check with advantage.
This is everything I wanted. This is magical.
Yes.
-3. How is that possible? 13.
You guys look real defeated over here. You look like palpably defeated.
We almost had to kill an orderly.
What?
Very embarrassing.
It's true, it came very close.
How'd it go for you two?
So
And back up.
as soon as Pumpkin kind of like kicks and misses. Because fucking
Kicker.
Caleb appears at the sewer like Pennywise the clown.
Why is that their natural response in this town?
they got scared by the cat. This was like the first guy was a dick. This guy was just kicking wildly. Anyway, you can up, halt,
Guest of honor for the night.
He's a comedian.
make another deception check.
Come on!
That was ridiculous.
It is just being so mean. 7. God damn it.
And he goes, comedian, tell me a joke.
Come on, Ulog.
Ulog goes, and like looks at you with the mask, back of the card.
It's open mind night. You got this. Performance. Oh, come on.
He goes, what do you call the king on his birthday? And the clown goes, I don't know, what do you call a king on his birthday? An arsehole. And the guard goes,
Oh. So here's the thing. He's not a joke-telling kind of comedian. He's more of a farce kind of. You know, he's yeah.
Physical comedy.
It's physical comedy. He's more of like a jester, if you will.
And I push him in so he falls down. See?
whack. At which point the two guards go,
He's so good. He's really good. He really sells it.
Ulog kind of like gets him off the ground, kind of glares at you, this very furious, fiery stare, and then gets up and then stumbles again and falls on the ground, flat again. And so goes, all right, get in.
I can hold the other end and help people. You can jump 10 feet. I think I can. Oh, dear Lord. What if you fall on the ground, Bo?
What this happened?
Look, we're basically gods, okay? I can make this jump.
You can try.
Hey, look. Send a message to Ford and say, hey, did we look cool just then?
Okay, I take out my little piece of wire and I whisper the incantation and do the motions. Hey, Ford, Jester wants to know, did we look cool? You can respond to this message.
Did they go already?
He said, did they go already?
So let's start moving, and are you looking for,
Okay.
bad physical things?
I'm going
Traps?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes! Oh, God, I forgot to look for any traps! Sorry, I'm gonna take a big drink.
Brick out.
As your finger presses against the brick, it kind of slides in about a half an inch, and you hear this sound over by where the metal large cabinet
You
is.
just unlocked the fucking metal shit.
Oh, shit.
Do I see any change in the abjuration magic when she does that?
Yes,
Does it go away?
it vanishes.
Vanishes.
I'm gonna cast a message. We are the fucking best! You can respond to this message! This is happening.
This is having it.
All right, so as you open the chest, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. 10.
Okay. So
Son of a gun.
So first, there's a sudden burst of a brief light through, and all your muscles kind of tense up, and you are paralyzed.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
What about
Yes, look out.
Everyone thinks that Matt is managing 3 storylines right now, but there's actually a 4th that we don't even know about.
5.
5. Okay.
We
So
laid the letters. Touched nothing. Let's go.
is it all set?
Everything's set. Run. Out the back door.
Out the back door. All right. You guys all heading outside?
I'm the last one to leave the room.
Yes.
I summon the falchion. I hold it right up to his
You
throat.
have to detect that I did it.
Did you reach for it?
Yeah, of course
I was
I
the
did.
last one out of the room. Put it.
Make a
in the
perception.
room?
Make a perception.
Yes!
Make
I was up here first!
Hold
I thought you were
on.
on-
Make a perception
right.
check. Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
That's what this is for.
I said I was the last one in that room.
You were.
Okay.
13.
8. You notice him go for it.
Leave no trace.
No, I'm taking
Put
this.
it back, or
I'm
I'll
taking this. Isn't worth my time. I'm taking this.
put it down, or I'll
pull
leave
out
you
my-
here.
You guys all
crossbow
stop
and
at the
point it
landing as you
forward.
turn back.
Ford, put that fucking thing down.
My hand starts to glow with Eldritch Blast energy. I will fucking leave both of you here. We're either a team or you're working for yourselves. Decide.
You guys are all watching this from the landing.
I walk out.
Somebody's coming.
Okay. As you all slowly come to rest and look back at Caleb, as you walk out, you stop at the landing next to Ulog and Bo. Sorry, you're not there. You stop next to Ulog as right there at the bottom of the stairs, looking up, you see in a very beautiful, elegant, kind of dark green dress, the High Richter Prusin. My. I'm glad I forgot my gift, or I would have missed your reprobates. Breaking and entering the home of a High Richter. I believe that carries a life sentence in the Umber Dungeon, wouldn't you say? If I might ask, what are you looking for? You have my curiosity piqued. There's a brief pause as you're all kind of glancing down. And Ulog kind of holds up the paper in his hand and goes, You put my wife in chains. And you know she's innocent. We got proof now. It's over for you. And she kind of chuckles and scoffs as she falls into her back leg. And how do you plan to deliver it? Curious. You think my home won't be swarming with guards in a few minutes? She pulls a brass bell out from under her pouch and kind of ding, 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 rings it outside.
I was gonna say I cast guiding bolt at her, but I mean it was right at the time.
It's such a fast
like-
moment. If you weren't having anything prepared, it happens too quickly. You go like, ah! And the bell rings, ding, 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 ding. And you, stump sucker. I'll just bleed over the extra years of your sentence into your wives. That way you can both rot together on opposite sides of the dungeon. Ulog kind of looks at you all like absolute fury and sadness in his eyes. You see like tears down his face.
Oh, I had it. Shitballs. Yeah, I had it prepared. That's what I wanted to go.
He goes and takes the paper in his hand and like kind of puts it in your arm, Caleb. Making eye contact with you and goes, promise me you'll see her freed, friend.
I cast hold person on her.
On her?
I'm just gonna do it.
Alrighty.
Do it anyway.
Natural 20. And she goes, what are you trying? And Ulog goes, grabs towards his neck and leaps off the stairs towards her and attempts to tackle her.
We should just take off while
You watch. Yeah. He goes and she falls onto the ground and the landing of the spiral staircase. They both kind of slide a moment. You watch as she goes, what are you? And he kind of grabs and pulls that orangish bead that he had on his necklace and slams it into her mouth and holds it over.
Shit.
And there's a moment of tension before a flash of white, fiery, burning light explodes, a fireball sundering the interior of the staircase. You all have your ears ringing, the pain's there. The ones that are closest by would have been you, Kelvin. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
7.
That's a failure.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, a shitty roll for you. That is 21 points of fire damage. Caleb goes unconscious onto the ground. As you guys all come to in the moment, you look down in the middle of the staircase. The walls are blackened. The staircase is currently in the process of burning. And down you see the twisted, gnarled corpses of both Ulog and the High Richter Prusin.
We have to get out of here.
We gotta go.
You hear
Oh, I went
Just
down.
help me.
I
Against the
grabbed
front
Caleb
door.
and we went out
Caleb,
the
we
back
start
door.
backing up, yeah.
You guys as you head down the stairway, you can see the front door being hit from the opposite
What
side.
did me and Molly see?
You guys watch this flash of light, the glass windows shatter outward from the balcony. And the two guards in the bottom go, they quickly throw open the gate, and they're now currently slamming themselves, trying to barricade into the door.
To the back.
Yeah, we're gonna start
flank to the back.
flanking to the back.
Okay, as you guys are rushing, make a perception check.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Natural 20.
19.
Okay,
Finally.
as you guys are rushing, you suddenly hear this very loud, high-pitched whine sound. And you're like, it kind of causes your head to look, and you especially glance over as you begin to surmise the direction. You look past, and you can see the tri-spires there. And in the direction, you see the mighty Zauber spire of the halls of erudition there in the distance. And you see there this growing black spherical mass beginning to emerge from the side of the lower third of the tower. You watch as it expands, the whining gets louder and louder.
I'm going to take cover.
You hear this crack sound as the black sphere suddenly folds into nothing, and where it was, you see all the stone that made that part of the tower collapse, crush, and then stumble. The tower begins to slowly shift as you hear in the distance screams echoing around. The music stops, and the attention of the guards suddenly shift over from the banging door to the tower crumbling. You watch as the tower, suddenly there's a flash of blue light, and the tower stops, and you see a brief shift of a force field on the bottom that holds it in place, partially collapsed. And you see two figures take off from the top. You see two other figures leap out of the hole from where the explosion kind of weird black sphere was at the base of it, and leap down about 35, 40 feet below the tree line. And you see the two figures kind of begin coasting, flying through the air in the direction of where they were as bolts of energy start arcing out of their hands towards where those two other figures fell. The screams are getting louder now, and you can see now the guards are starting to rush out of the very street corners. You guys are rushing around, like you were rushing towards the back and then kind of slowed as this started happening. As you make your way back towards the alley, over by where the gala is, you see a shadowed figure dart out from behind and a bolt of lightning strike it. There's a detonation of burnt ozone as the figure falls to the ground smoking.
I go over to the figure.
As you walk over to the figure, you see one of the flying entities, like kind of floating down. You can see now this robed mage figure with a staff in hand, wearing a large, what looks like ornamental mantle. Like long, kind of grayish hair is now just gliding down in the direction of the dark figure on the ground.
Male or female?
Male.
Road figure,
Steer
big
clear
staff.
of
We all see
lightning
it.
people.
Write that down, you remember?
Yeah.
You guys see this as you come around. The figure. The age, roughly from this distance, you can see it's later, more older age, 70s, human, if human, but you can't quite get the details. They start shouting, a humanoid figure, seemingly male, in outline, adorned in jet black, almost insect-like leather armor that protrudes in large sweeping hooks at the joints, the elbow joints, the shoulders. A helmet that's form-fit black leather and onyx studs wraps around their head in what looks nearly demonic, the brow plate sweeping backward into rear-facing horns. The other hand is dangling, clutching what looks to be a cannonball-sized, 12-sided dodecahedron-like shape, about that big, that has a handle on each side. It's emitting a dull, undulating gray glow. Just.
I'll cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
All right. As you cast Armor of Agathis on yourself, the figure, which you now see, is the source of the blood. It looks heavily wounded and is breathing heavily. The light's now up. Its head kind of turns towards you, and you hear a voice say, "Does anybody here speak Undercommon?"
I cast comprehend language.
Wait.
Undercommon? Anyone?
I cast comprehend language.
Okay, as you begin, what are the components of that one?
That is verbal, semantic, and material. A pinch of soot and salt,
All
which
right.
I just throw out in front of
All
me.
right, as you begin to make the incantation, the figure pulls the hand away and draws this horrible, gnarly-looking hooked blade from the side of the sheath and goes and rushes in towards you. Okay. And that's where we're gonna pick up next week.
You damn it!
You're shouting, yeah.
Did you hear that important detail about the enemy that he just revealed?
No, we were talking. What was the detail? I mean,
Pretty visible incisors. Sharp fucking teeth.
Hemp and rope
Let's tie him up real good.
with bows.
Maybe no bows.
I was gonna say with bows rope because she's also got the hook.
Oh yeah, I've got I can also tie bows in Bo's robe.
But
No, we don't
also,
need
bows are really cool. We should give him some because he's got all these barbs and they'd be really fun to decorate.
I swear, come on.
The more you think on it, the more you know there's more to this device. It scares you, but there's something you were close to there, something you were close to learning, and you're not sure if what lies beyond that threshold. You keep thinking on it.
Super baby.
Might as well jump.
It's up to you.
What is the beacon for?
The beacon is part of our culture. The beacon allows the rebirth
The rebirth of what?
of our people.
That's important. People need to be born.
I turn into an alley.
Okay.
You can turn into an alley?
Make another stealth check, because there's other folk now that are coming out and are seeing this going thing. The other guard has just now got up to the illusion.
Oh, wait, are there other guards around me? I'm sorry.
No. There's the other guard that was. They're still, yeah.
I
keep
drop
going.
down in front of the kids.
All right, so you
Batman
jump
style.
down, landing.
in school.
Take my fucking life before I get a chance to say it. Close but different motive.
All right,
Yeah.
so you, and they both go.
What you buying, kids? You know that shit will fucking kill you, right?
God damn it.
Stay back! And they're all just nervously waiting for this thing and dripping and doing nothing, and they're all scared.
It's gonna start to boil and fizzle into steam and just kind of dissipate.
It does. And there's a brief moment as everyone kind of holds their breath,
Tinkerbell.
and you hear a couple of local townsfolk just go. The guards all look at each other very confused and like.
Thank you for joining us for Phantasma. The park is now closed.
I wish I could be a fly on the wall when those wizards hear this story from the crowd go just like.
I don't know, it just flew in the air, grew big, then made sauce and disappeared.
It was just like that cat I kicked the other day.
Yes, very good. Take a lollipop from the bowl and get out.
Knock on the door.
Okay.
Who is it?
It's me, Jester.
What do you want?
Claudia. When we were over at the gala, we saw things that were going on. It was crazy. A tower exploded, and then all hell broke loose. Did you know someone tried to steal my stuff?
I did not know that. My apologies.
Do you have maybe like a safe or something? Because I don't feel safe carrying around my jewelry anymore with me.
Not on me. Well, come back in the morning. I might have something for you.
Claudia, are you naked? Why won't you open this door?
Flush.
No, I'm busy at the moment.
Is everything okay?
Everything is just fine.
Claudia, blink once. Say you're not okay if you're not okay, because you sound weird.
I'm fine. Do not worry.
Okay. But you do have a safe I can put my jewelry in now?
It is currently in use, but I can swipe it out. How long do you need it for?
Well, I was just going to put it in my room for as long as we're here, if that's okay with you.
Okay, then come back in the morning. I will have it cleared out.
Okay.
Then it will be at use for you.
Are you having sex?
No,
Do you want me to come in? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
You sound really weird. I try the doorknob.
Okay, it's locked.
Cue the horror strings.
I have had this roommate.
I was gonna say, Jester's everyone's little sister when you're a senior in high
pushes
school.
through the door.
I get down on my hands and knees and try to look. Can I look under
Make a
the
perception check with disadvantage because you are looking through a tiny little gap in the floor.
Whoa.
Okay, well, the first one was really good.
I'm not gonna get it.
Perception.
You didn't let me.
9.
Lollipop your head.
9. You see there's light in there, and you can see what would seem to be Claudia darting back and forth behind her desk, moving very rapidly and with haste, is like grabbing things and seems to be writing something feverishly. But you don't actually see her, you just see like the bottom feet moving back and forth.
Why are so many fucking people trying to skip town?
Shitty one.
Claudia, what are you doing?
She stops in space. I'm...
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Did you see the tower explode?
I heard about it.
Can you let me in?
Make a persuasion check.
There should be an annoyance check. This is so great.
Going on, I place the thing in my lap, and I pick up the skull. Oh, so many secrets, huh, Yorick? Maybe you should tear it off your chest. I don't think that's a good idea. It's driving you crazy. Maybe not yet. It's probably a good idea. You're funny.
Red round.
Seriously?
Oh, God.
Alrighty.
I think there's a bit of a misconception here.
Okay.
Is there?
Caleb and I have a very special relationship. It is that of a parent and a child. But I am the parent. You do understand that, correct? I protect him. He's my boy, and I keep him safe. I want him to thrive and get better and better and more powerful and stronger because he can achieve great things. When I found him, he was nothing. He was a scared little boy in the corner of a jail cell. And as we have gotten more comfortable, he has gotten more comfortable and come out of his shell. It's my job to protect him because I love him and I am his protector.
And do you think
Not because he protects me.
Schmidt, go open the scroll case. Come on, and I shut the door.
Okay, you both back out, close the door.
Oh no!
You hear.
That is what I was afraid of. Do you know that I was going to go to that school one day?
The Solstice Academy thing?
Yeah. It didn't work out.
What? You didn't get in?
Oh, I didn't get anywhere near it. I'm from a small town, and there was a lot of hubbub for me and maybe, gathering up of coin. But I fucked it up.
Did you do something wrong or bad? You don't have to tell me what it was or what you did, but is it something that you can be forgiven for?
That is not for me to say. But I have no interest in going.
That takes off one thing off the list we still need. The lead box! Get Horace out of town! The gentleman! What else?
The leaky nip. What's it called?
Evening nip.
Evening
That's
nip.
the gentleman also.
Leaky nip.
That's what we need in a few months.
Bam! Bam!
That's a different establishment.
Oh my god.
That's a daycare.
This ain't your kids' D&D right there.
Well, everybody has this, but you come closer. Yeah, so. look around to see
My hair
if anyone
on that one.
I look around to see if anyone was distracted by Ford's large belch.
At the moment, no. It seems to.
That right? Like he can be nice
I had
and
a
working
dream
for the
about
Empire.
Pumat Soul attacking us.
You did not.
Attacking
I
us?
did. I had a dream about.
What? What? That seems terrible.
This is Laura, actually. I did have a dream.
Oh, what? Are you serious? That's
I was starting to go into that direction of like, is this a real
No,
thing?
it really was. It was a dream that Pumat Soul betrayed us and he attacked us all. Anyway, so
This is Chlorota. This is like after Chlorota aftershock,
I'm
isn't
just
it?
letting you know. We don't know anything
Scarred for
about
life.
him.
Pumat Soul is sitting behind the counter, looks like with knitting needles. And there's one off to the side in a chair that's currently reading through a book with like the small set of glasses and the tip of his wide nose. And they both look up and go, "Why, hello there. That's just a real nice thing to see you this early in the morning." That can probably be done. How big a box you're looking? We got them right around that there, and then we got a bigger one about that there,
Yeah.
and we got one in the back that's it's a biggie.
Probably the grande, the middle.
You are. It was like the same thing. It's like,
All right, let me go.
Should we get
All right.
Get that thing in the box.
Anything else you guys require, or can you leave me to my my reading?
Positive about this.
What's your reading?
It's a collection of crazy tales about this weird fella.
What guy?
It's the daring trials and tribulations of Sir Darian Darrington. This guy's been all over the place. It's kind of wild.
Wow.
Fiction or?
Oh, it's gotta be fiction. I mean, but it's good fiction.
Kidding me?
Well, sum it up for me. You know, give me like the tensor's floating disc pitch. What, like,
Oh my god.
What? Let me finish my book before I tell you too much about it. But
all right.
needless to say, he's got this wild kind of construct-looking friend called Daddy, and he's apparently, according to this thing, there's these powerful folks from over there in Taldore that he's been meeting up with that just keep messing up every time they go on an adventure. Real thorns in his side.
We can relate. I'm a big reader. If you finish that, I don't know if you're the kind of fellow who likes to keep every book he reads, but...
I got a collection.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
There is, you see what looks to be a maroon and dull gray robed person arrives, but their body is covered in a dark black, almost panther-like fur. Their face is cat-like with ears that curl up. This is a black tabaxi that has turned around the corner and goes, "Halt, friends. I do not recognize."
Oh.
Lucian,
Oh. What?
you're alive.
What?
I'm sorry, friend. I've got one of those faces people just tend to recognize.
Lucian. He goes forward and just does a huge hug.
With it?
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. We'll come back to that. That's a D10. Doesn't matter.
How have you been? It's been ages.
Too long. I apologize for using your whole name. Nonagon. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Chance. I didn't catch that at all.
Nonagon was what you got. Nonagon.
That's the tabaxi, not the ogre.
No, the taxi said that.
That's my name.
Lucian Nonagon.
Called basically said, "I'm sorry for saying your old name." Nonagon was correcting it to Lucian, to Mollymont. Well, I mean, it all went belly up 2 years ago. You told us to scatter and vanish if it didn't, if things went wrong, and wait until you returned. You buried your ass in the woods outside of the hideout. I mean,
That may not have been necessarily my ass that you buried.
Apparently,
I had a few tricks up my sleeve.
Well, that spell spitter lady from the capital, she said you were gone, and she took the book and left. And her contract said she was in the right, and that we knew better than to go toe-to-toe with her and her ilk, so...
Obviously.
High-back chair with like a red velvet mat, and sitting, feet crossed up on the table, in like a nice, long, deep blue coat, leather-gloved hands, what appeals to be kind of like a light teal skin, jet black hair that's long just past the shoulders, so like a widow's peak in the center, a bit of a dark goatee, male figure standing there, hands kind of entwined and crossed, just looking at you from across the way with a curious grin. Right. So, interesting. Now you know the way in. That's dangerous. As we've just made acquaintances, and you now know the direct path into my domain. So, to make this a comfortable conversation, and possibly an arrangement going forward that we can all agree upon, I have one small request.
Oh, I'm sure we'd be all ears.
Cree, please. And the tabaxi was in the back, goes, yes, of course. Steps over to the side of the bar and picks up a small leather satchel, kind of puts it over her shoulder, walks up behind the table, opens it, and pulls out what looks to be an alchemist rack of a bunch of corked vials, like small vials. And kind of opens this. I need just, and bear with me please, just a small bit of your blood. The reasoning being, if I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, how am I to know you aren't going to turn me in immediately upside to the King's Hall? And I need some means in case you just abscond with this information, perhaps make an arrangement with me and then leave town. I need to find you.
Oh, of course, and forgive my ignorance, this would be used to locate us. Is that what this would be for?
Oh, that is Kree's speciality.
It is definitely Kree's speciality.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, as you pull your hand out, Kree kind of does a flick of the finger, and you watch as the blood kind of trails off on its own like a small serpent of mercury, and just. And for a second, even though it was a small wound, it's bleeding quite a bit, and you're like, it makes you a little uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden, the blood flow stops. The vial's filled about an inch full. Then she caps it, making a few spots on the table.
I offer him a napkin.
As you hold a napkin out, the eyes catch you for a second. The head turns confused for a second.
Right thought, not now. Good thought.
He just seems like he's schwitzing. I mean, it's not even humid in here. He's got a problem.
About a mile.
If I may, we passed a test for you. Would you pass one for us?
Little one. You intrigue me. Young greenskin. So overtly walking amongst the nobles above, and yet you've kept your throat. That says a lot about you. Yes, please tell me, what would this trial be you'd ask of the gentleman?
May I have 3 of those vials, just the empty ones?
Great. Fumbles in the pouch, brings out 3 of the empty glass vials and hands them over to you.
If I were to fill 2 of these vials with ordinary alcohol and 1 with something else, would you be able to tell which is which? With your discerning eye and your years of experience?
Certainly. I feel confident.
Take the Pepsi challenge.
I'll take out my shitty flask, because my good one's gone, and fill 2 vials with alcohol, and then take out my vial of acid and pour it into the 3rd. Are they reasonably the same color-ish?
Reasonably, I'd say the alcohol's a bit more brackish. The acid itself is a little more translucent, but you could possibly add a little bit of alcohol to it.
All right, I'll take a little splash of alcohol and some darker stuff and sort of mix it around.
You're an alchemist. You've dealt with varying chemicals, so I'd say, given a moment, you can go ahead and match it fairly close. Sure.
All right. This one is the acid. these two are booze. And now I will try to.
It doesn't actually switch hands, you just did this a lot, right?
Never mess with a goblin when death
All right.
is on the line.
Make a sleight of hand check versus his perception.
You're gonna kill himself.
15.
15 total? All right. You present the vials.
If you die, I'm sorry.
This one is alcohol. This one is alcohol. This one is acid. And takes the acid from your grasp and uncorks it and drinks.
Oh, shit, that's baller.
So, roll the damage for your acid.
How did everything end? Can you just I'll explain why in a moment.
Well, I mean, you had acquired the tome with the ritual spell that you required to attempt to reach the city, and that lady, I don't remember her name, the spell slinger from the capital. She came and oversaw and performed the ritual for you. I don't trust those folk, but I trust you, and if you trusted, then that was enough for me. And you gave us a speech. We had a fine meal, and we all got ready there in the forest.
That's where I lost you then.
And she said it'd be hard for us to tell whether or not it worked at first, but we went and checked, and you were not breathing. For a good hour, you were not breathing, and you were gone cold. So we knew then that we had lost you.
Do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea.
Oh. Come on. Come on.
Oh, that's great.
Oh no.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Literally rolled an intelligence check to see if it got it. And did not.
You know, we don't want to take up too much of your time. I was just hoping to learn two things. One, what is your name? I wipe the warm breath off of my face. And my second question is, do you like working for the gentleman?
Yeah.
I've been informed by Jester that she is now to use the Wand of Smiles.
What is it? What is it?
The darkness she strikes.
It looks so painful. It looks so painful.
Thank you, Lord. It was like clawing at the jaw, trying to pull it down.
Okay, so tell us about you, each.
I mean, this is not about me right now.
It could be,
It doesn't need to be.
but you have secrets too.
So do you.
And you're a pair. You know, I distinctly remember a moment when we were the shady pair of this group, but now it looks like you guys are.
Everyone's a shady pair in this group. Somehow, even as individuals, we are all somehow shady pairs. It is just inevitable.
Now I'm hungry for pears.
Pairs.
Sounds like a retirement home. Shady pear.
Shady pears.
Good.
I mean, Lucian, Naganon.
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
All right.
Lucian sounds very like I'm trying to find myself, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
No, that's fair.
Angsty teen.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah.
Is your real name Peter?
I dated a few Lucians, like way too many Lucians.
Is this Marisha or is this? Is this? Okay, never mind. Don't want to know too much.
Oh, but it's still
Bo,
not
but it's still not
necessarily untrue.
Reality.
I have been the Lucian in a relationship before. I feel. We've all been losers.
No need to tell you.
6 of one, half a dozen of another.
Yeah.
Forward with the
A
story.
lot of guys in bands. Yeah.
I woke up without any names or any past, buried in the ground 2 years ago.
Buried in the ground.
You woke up buried in the ground.
Were you dead?
Obviously not.
In a box in the dirt?
In the dirt.
And you are saying that you have no memory.
My first memory, my oldest memory, is dirt in my face underground.
Is that what that?
Chester would like to cast Zone of Truth.
Snap.
Oh no!
All right.
Was that rituals she was rambling about?
I don't know.
So before you woke up in the dirt, nothing.
There is no before. Whatever happened before is not me. It's not part of anything.
Like your life reset somehow? Or you just don't remember?
Some asshole got buried in the dirt. Fuck him. I am enjoying what I'm doing. I want nothing to do with that. Anything that came before, I was happy to just leave it be.
Yeah, but do you have any theories for what happened before?
No. Do you have memories from your childhood?
Yeah, many.
Sure.
It felt like that. It's all bright and more meaningful than it should be. There was just nothing. I was practically catatonic. I was barely speaking.
Did you wake up two people or alone?
Alone.
Are you a good guy?
I'd like to think so. I'll tell you, and this is true. I did my best every town I went to and every town I left, no matter how they treated me, and a lot of them treated me with deep disrespect.
Some people are vulnerable and looking for answers.
I left every town better than I found it.
Which
You'll like this. Pumat Soul is, how would you describe? Unique?
Well, not one of a kind.
Maybe we should just...
Did you just tell a joke?
No.
It's a shame. It was a very good one.
Germans don't tell jokes.
Zemnian.
Zemnians. Experience only pain.
Anybody else coming to the invulnerable vagrant besides the three of us?
Some healing potions.
You see, it's a funny thing, these adventurers keep coming in and kind of clearing me out. We got maybe two more, but you got to give us time to restock. You guys, your friends here have been mighty hungry.
Well, they're the mighty 9.
Oh my god. Check out
Her initial regret.
veil.
Immediate no.
What does it do?
Well, this one, when it's thrown, if it misses, it comes right back to you.
It comes right back to you?
If it misses.
A dagger that comes back to you?
If you miss with it.
Caleb, did you hear that?
Sounds like bullshit to me.
That's incredible.
It's pretty useful. I don't know about incredible. It's not a...
You miss with it. Double.
All right. So as the orbs
So romantic, you
float
guys.
along.
You see,
Get across the way.
she's got a giant sword, but who cares? You've got to ask her.
All right.
Hey, Bo.
Ball soup.
Should I follow them?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Just like that.
Steering wheel.
Nice, Carrot Top.
We're on a
Nice.
jet ski. This is great.
The most spastic rowing partner ever.
So let's continue on. Which way do we want
Let's
to
go down.
Yeah.
Usually scarier things are down.
I'm always a fan of going down.
More expensive things tend to be up, but I'm happy to start them down.
Gross.
What?
Super gross.
I didn't even catch that.
You have one setting. No
Yeah, we're gonna
Offensive.
we're gonna head downwards.
All right.
15 feet long.
So as you exit the stairs,
The shaft
it's essentially
is-
5 feet to each way, and it ends.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you cupping the balls into your
This is
mouth?
where we are.
This is Rusty Trombone, man.
This
You ever
is,
seen that?
this is the shaft in front of us. And then there's a longer shaft. So we could go down that shaft if we wanted
Yes.
to?
Yes, no. That is correct. This faint slithering sound begins to fill the chamber.
Other two. Or maybe not.
Other two.
The slithering stops.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh shit!
Unless we're releasing two
Something's
others.
happening.
You watch as your eyes just catch something shift above you. That large square pillar that was locked in the ceiling, that dome underneath it, seems to have opened up. And you watch as a strange, translucent, cube-like creature comes descending from the center into the center. I need you guys all to roll.
Did we pick?
Oh, we
the arm of our killer?
I don't know.
A gelatinous cube!
And necromantic. Wait, but you did necromantic, right?
Yeah.
You got that potion.
Ladies first.
Yes, I feel so conflicted trying to hurt a cube. but I will bash that cube until it explodes all over the place. Wait.
Oh no. Who's it going for?
Oh, God.
Who's he getting? Who's he getting? My cat?
No!
I mean, I'm assuming it takes like 4 points of damage immediately, my cat.
Run over and I'll kneel down next to Jester and pick up her head and pour a health potion in.
Put your tusk in there, Ford.
Oh, Oscar.
Ford.
Thank you for saving me.
It's Ford.
Sorry, I mean Ford.
Yeah. You right?
Yeah.
Go. Okay, get up. Come on. On your feet.
Did we kill it?
Everyone all right?
6.
Chester, how are you
Thank
feeling?
you. I'm feeling like I'm a little sick right now, but you know.
No, but not Laura, but you, Chester. How are you feeling?
I feel like I've got very little health, like I'm bleeding a little bit from my ears.
I reach into the satchel on the side.
No,
of my
you keep
belt,
it. You
But I
keep
have
it.
healing.
I'll
And
do
I
it.
give her my potion of
Kaden, really, I
healing,
have-
regular healing.
Caleb, I have healing spells still. It's okay.
Well, what are you complaining about then?
I wasn't bitching at all. You
That is not the verbiage that I chose at all.
The warbage.
Let's fucking go out into this hallway,
Yeah.
okay?
I was sitting in the tavern, and then you guys came into the tavern.
But did you know that you'd be down here with us tonight?
Yes, not. I did.
How did you know that?
I'm country.
I happened to. No.
How will I? How and when will I die?
I can't tell you that. Not. Perhaps the next
But you
round.
know.
Yes, of course.
She's powerful. Powerful.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it for him. We'll find out in an hour or so anyway.
Okay.
I feel like this was used to move or deliver people or things. Like this was a center for transportation.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Are we in the other room still, or did we come in?
This is real.
Caleb has now finished, and you guys can enter the chamber.
It's real bright.
You glance underneath one of the tables on the bottom. It looks like one book has been not taken, or at least had fallen beneath and was left behind.
Liam just got an erection.
I heard it.
The art of domestic horticulture. Oh, come on. It's like.
No, the first one was right.
All right. So, it speaks of an obsession with avoiding the eternal hunger of the crawling king. He who tunnels beneath the world and will find him.
Oh boy. No. This seems like beyond our level stuff.
Is there an audiobook version of this?
It speaks of a bounty hunter who had infiltrated this sanctum after Sif. And while it cost Sif his legs,
His legs?
the hunter was burned in the brazier flames of erasure. A trophy shall be taken and displayed as a warning.
It's a fucking sword! It's a fucking sword!
From there, it grows more and more manic. The scrawlings taking you a moment, even with the spell, to kind of focus and make it out. Speaking on quaking
within the earth around that shakes the surrounding hills and darkens the sky. The betrayer gods come. The power of man must remain. The arcane gifts must bypass their punishment, show them that they are not above their creations. The final notes grow even more paranoid, worried that the secrets that Sif seeks will fall into the hands of Gordranus, and that all must be destroyed. All must come to ash, and from the ashes shall rise again. And that's the final page before the rest of the book is just charred beyond recognition.
Something.
I have a secret for you. Did you know that in Nicodranes, the pastries are made with cinnamon?
Oh boy.
And here, they're not.
Oh boy.
There's a brief moment where the entity's head, much like a young puppy, confused by a rattling sound in the distance, kind of in Jester's direction. And looking at it, and based on what he discovered of the sword itself, it was used in the Age of Arcanum as an executioner's blade to kill mages that were caught by the law and went against the law of the land. So it was used to act, and probably had been used to execute a number of mages in the past.
Oh, it's dark. Is it cursed? Does it feel cursed?
Hello? I don't think so. Okay.
What is he writing?
Oh, by the way, side note, everyone, out of game, Laura has been taking our inventory and keeping it. Lost the page with all of
No, I didn't lose the page. I lost the whole spiral. So
We have no idea what we have as a party anymore.
The idiot Goliath kept it for 5 years.
Yeah, well, things moved for some reason.
Terrible roleplay. Terrible roleplay.
Sure it's not on the table?
10 or so feet. And this
It's been a while. Time is circle.
He's just folding beer cans in like little shapes. What's an Alhoun to do? Anyway, over the side, and you see the chains on the
And
inside.
someone who didn't quite get away.
Jester, give me a hand.
Okay.
I think I should find that gross one. I'm kind of into it. Wow.
You know, people are gonna start.
I lift him up by his armpit.
Spin him around once. You are like my little doll.
We did find one interesting thing.
How easy is it to get back down here, though?
Real difficult.
Well, if we come out the other way, then we know how to get back down here.
We're never coming back here.
It's a good place to hide, though.
Good enough.
For even when
thinking
you're
about
like 150.
I am like 185 easy. Okay.
Wet.
Right.
It is very
Soaking wet.
Did it Ford 150? No. Ford 150.
It was good.
That was really
It was good.
We were there with
It was
you.
A
good.
little bit, yeah.
Somewhere in the world right now,
I
somebody's
think
laughing.
if you beg for it, it makes it even better.
It's even better, right? But
Explain that, Joe. Explain it.
That's what Twitter is for.
So what are you guys doing?
Yeah, it's because you.
Could I have-
like every day?
Could I have everybody at the table except for Ford please leave and go take your break a little early?
More bad dreams.
He was in the water before he went
Every
to
time he
sleep.
touches the water, he has backstory.
You don't know that.
Fuck that Kraken.
Whoa, that's a whole different show.
Yeah, it's the same show. Same show.
Crack into a kraken.
Crack into a kraken.
Cracking the crack.
Take your time. It's all
Sorry,
good.
I just want to bring this with me, that's all.
That makes sense. Oh no. Oh god.
As the sleep takes you, and the darkness of your dream state, alleviates you of the stress of the day, your aching muscles turning numb, your physical form and consciousness now removed and aimless in this dark space. You look down at your hand, and there you see clasped in your grip the somewhat hooked and curved blade that you had recently bound with. In your grasp, you swing it and slowly inspect it as you do. As you swirl the blade around in your hand, it almost has a trail around it. And as you hold it coldly in your grasp, this yellow light suddenly emerges in front of you as a familiar, large, yellow eye now looks upon you. And a voice fills you, directionless. Consume. And you glance at the blade and back at the eye, and the voice again says, Consume. What do you do?
Consume. Oh God, am I gonna try and swallow the sword?
What do you do for it?
It's a large blade, right?
It's about like this wide in places. It comes out and kind of arcs and curves, and it's got kind of jagged edges on it.
I don't know what you mean, consume. Fuck it. I'll turn the blade over and, like, keeping my eyes on the big eye, I'll bring it up to my mouth and open it.
It's cold to the touch of your tongue. The blade completely absent of any temperature. As you begin to force it down your gullet, you feel the edge of the blade hit the back of your throat, and the moment of pain hits you as it begins to cut through your flesh. But at that point, this kind of ravenous hunger begins to build on the inside of your stomach, and though the pain tells you to pull away, you continue to just force the blade down. As you pull it down from the hilt, you feel the blood kind of burble up in the back of your throat and spill out of your chin, but you continue to push it until the entirety of the blade is consumed within your throat. You close your eyes for a moment and look up at the eye once more, and the voice returns to fill, reverberating around you. The pain subsides, and it says, Good. The eye closes. The lid, completely cutting off the source. The cold, the liquid, the water around you, the sense of being under the ocean again begins to whisk you away. Some sort of heavy current begins to pull you from behind, and you reach out, trying to grasp for any sort of hand or foothold, but yet you have nothing to hold on to. And as you feel yourself being dragged into this endless abyss, the dream comes to an end. You wake up. Everyone else is kind of asleep in the area. No one seems to have been woken up from your presence.
Anything on my hands?
Nothing in your hands, no.
Can I wipe my mouth?
Wipe your mouth. There's a little bit of blood right there across your hand.
Can I try and summon the sword?
You do, and as you summon it, there before you is not the Waste Hunter blade, but the falchion, now returned to grasp, but with a strange, more hooked and jagged appearance to it. It seems that the essence of this pact has consumed the weapon you had bound with and made it one with the falchion that you made this pact with oath so long ago.
I try and keep my... Make it disappear again. Has anybody woken up, or any eyes open at all?
At the moment, no.
I'll lay back down and go to sleep.
All right. And that's when we'll take our break.
Holy shit!
So we'll be right back, guys. As blood in the corner of Ford's mouth.
Dried blood.
Ford, you have a little something right here.
Did you shave?
Did you bite your lip?
Oh, yeah. I fucking grind my teeth.
Oh, you should wear a bite guard.
Is that why? Is it a sleep thing? Is that?
No. Just to bit myself in my sleep. That's all.
Is that why what?
Is that why? Well,
What?
Well, I don't want to say anything. I'm afraid it will offend him.
You can say it to me then.
Most of the half-orcs I've seen have bigger tusks. But it's okay, Ford, if you don't have a big tusk. It's not a big deal.
Tusks, right.
It's
yes,
totally fine.
Thank you.
You have
Thank
smaller
you,
tusks.
Jester.
Is
I
that an
appreciate
indication of other body
He
parts?
has no tusks, doesn't he have no tusks?
Do you have
We
anything
don't
there?
see
What do we?
them.
Do
We
you have
don't see
nubs? What are those?
Why don't you pull down your lower lip and show us what's going on in there for?
Yep. I'll pull down my lower lip.
What do we see? What do we see?
Does he have a cool lip tattoo?
You see
Oh, please no.
very short.
No.
You see very short, nubby teeth with scratches and divots and chips on the top.
On
of them.
all of the teeth, or just on?
The tusks.
Are these?
You had said that you did your own dental work at one point. Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Why?
Couldn't afford a root canal.
That would have been a better excuse. When I was younger, they used to make fun of my teeth. And kids can be cruel, so I decided to take away the target that was most easily available for them.
Did you grow up with people who did not have tusks like you, and so you were different?
Yeah, at the time, there weren't any others like me. So, I feel like I was especially picked on for my teeth.
Inside check.
Jesus.
My childhood damage. Insight check.
Just a 10, not great.
As a note, generally you can say, "Do I believe him?" and I'll tell you to make an insight check. It's like, I'm going to use an insight check action.
Inside check is so much dickisher.
It really is.
Do you still feel the same way about your teeth?
Not necessarily. It just kind of became a habit.
So you have to continue to do it?
I'm sure I don't have to. It's kind of like people that chew their nails, I guess.
So they will always grow back, even if you.
They seem to be persistent.
How quickly do they come back?
Not super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why you have blood on your mouth? Were you filing your teeth last night?
No. I think I just bit my lip.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, right. And then you bite it again the next day.
Oh my god, and then it gets like in a
Swelled up.
blister.
Yeah, you get the kicker sore.
I hate that.
Insight check.
Do I?
1.
Did you
800?
Is that
900?
Believe it very strongly,
It's
yeah.
1,000?
No way.
I'm rolling so well.
Did you do any other bod mod to yourself growing up?
Bod mod. No, I did not.
Did you kill any of the children that made fun of you?
Children's are assholes.
No, I didn't have that sort of a streak in me then.
Yasha, did you kill any of your fellow children growing up?
Well, if you have to go, to battle, if you have a challenge, you kill somebody. Yeah.
If you kill them, then they're not really your friends, are they?
No.
Exactly.
I was a bit tougher than most of the other kids. I felt like I could take the physical poking, but the jeering,
The emotional
This
poking
is-
was too much.
This is many years later, though. I can't imagine that any of us would even blink at tusks.
it's not even really that intentional. I'll just find myself kind of picking at them every once in a while.
Do you ever want them to stay there?
Like to grow back?
Yeah.
Yeah. There are times. I've seen them, other half-orcs with the teeth.
The guy in Tusk Love had them.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's a trait that sort of exemplifies the rougher side of my race. So sometimes I wish I had them, and sometimes I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, well, you know, for many of us, our early days are always with us.
Yeah.
So I understand.
This is how you see yourself, right?
I think it's how I'd like to see myself.
I mean, it's how we see you.
But I think you would look fine either way for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're too distracted with our own personal damage.
Right.
Yeah.
You saying I should let him grow up?
I'm just saying if you want to, you would look good that way as well. You look good this way, you would look good that way.
Co-signed.
All right, fair. How about you see me picking at him or chipping at him or any of that shit, and you just say the word and I'll stop.
Okay.
Okay.
If you ever need me, come find me. And if I should need you, I'll find you. Now, off. I have to finish my breakfast. And my breakfast.
Baller.
Job. Okay, hey. Where do we sign up for the victory pit?
I don't know.
Tell me you know.
You want to tell her? You want to tell her?
Take an intimidation check. Sure. Yeah.
Long ass night.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Marisha, your theme with children continues.
Yeah. She's not a child.
She is
Right?
not a child.
Wait, what am I doing? Intimidation?
I don't speak in contractions.
14?
Intimidation 14.
She's not a child.
Can I use my mask of many faces and I'll adopt an older face with a gray beard and a dark hood, and can I walk into the physician's office?
Yeah, easily enough. You walk into the main area, and one of the clerks there with the same white robes approaches. Yeah, can I help you, sir?
Yes, hello. Is Ren Shutan there?
Oh my god!
Quickly.
Do you what do you require of
Just
doctor?
get him.
Make a deception check.
Oh, 9.
9. He goes, I'm sorry to bother you there, sir, but he's not in at the moment. But we have a few other clerks that can help you.
You don't want his trouble with Myriad to spill over to you, do you?
His eyes go wide and like, we have no business with
him now.
What happened to Sean Connery?
I fucking lost it. I fucking lost it.
Never happened. No. I'm a Russian shell commander.
Very well. I'll go fetch him, and he walks past you out of the...
Do your best. Losers always whine about their best.
He walks around you and exits the front of the facility and begins walking down the road. The effects of it, you resist the hour-long stun it would have held you in, as it is not a healthy thing to ingest under any circumstances. It is a very dangerous substance. But for the duration, the two of you can seed into the ethereal plane out to 10 feet. I'm going walking.
Wait, what?
Who wants to go to a cemetery right now?
Wait, it takes them to the ethereal plane?
They can see into the ethereal plane out to a range of 10 feet.
I'm
gonna
put
on my least interesting
tight.
cloak.
I'll write a note and I'll put in various items.
Okay.
Like what?
Bunch of buttons. All the rings. Doorknob. Brass baby bottle.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
All the ball bearings.
All right.
And the 2 bracelets.
Okay.
Wow.
Alrighty. And I think I know where you're sending it, so. Alrighty.
And some money.
Okay, how much?
50.
50 gold. Alrighty. So you assemble this package, wrap it up. I imagine disguise yourself once more, and paying 5 gold for delivery, the parcel is sent and on its way to Velderwin.
Great.
Not a party.
Bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
It has only been a short amount of time, but I am thinking, and I will be very careful, with the bag.
Are you coming on to me?
I was going to ask if I could hold the haversack and its contents for a day so that I could better inspect and understand the thing
Why
we are
don't you do
carrying.
that? It's pink.
Not the bag.
It's mine.
Not
I
the
paid
bag.
for it.
I understand that. I don't want to keep the bag. I just want to have it before you go off to do, I don't know, maybe you're going on a tour or something,
I'm
but
not going to do anything. Do
that
you want
is-
to hang out with me and then you can look in the bag with me?
I would... Aren't you about to go out with them? You told me you were leaving.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, all right. I would love to inspect our special package and try to understand it better if you want to be present for
There's
that.
a lot of people that inspect their special packages. You get to know yourself real good, Caleb.
So I know you're going to drag me over the coals for this request, and that is fine. I would like the Dungeon Master to fast forward to the part where you tell me if you will allow me to inspect the contents of this haversack.
Yeah. You want to look at it?
But do you want to do this together?
Yeah. I'll hang out with you. I really want to see it too.
But on a different night, maybe tomorrow night, because you just told me you were about to go out with Molly and...
Then maybe I'll keep it now and then I'll come back tomorrow night and we'll do this again.
Just inspect what's
Special
in the bag.
packages and
Just-
everything like that. I leave to go on to watch them while they
She leaves. And I look to the mirror in my room and I'm like red-faced. And I just stare at myself for like dead expression for like a good 30 seconds. And then I find not.
Okay.
And I will go to Mr. Soul's establishment. That's the sound the door makes when you enter Pumat's store.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Where are you going?
To Pumat's to buy ink and paper.
It's nice that you guys are talking about your limitations and setting expectations before you go into this together. There's some sort of word that you need, like a safe thing.
The safe word is fjord.
Fjord.
So if shit goes pear-shaped,
All right.
and one of us says fjord, yes, fjord.
One.
Sure.
Yes. Are you going to go all like look at it, or are you going to be normal?
Truthfully, I have no idea.
Okay, cool.
You game?
Totally gay.
So I am not coming on to you, but will you hold my hand while we do this? That way, if we, I cannot even look at you. I cannot believe I am doing this experiment with you. Let's not cover the camera, and let's examine it together. And if we go to the Nine Hells or something, at least we'll be there together in theory.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to look at this thing.
Both of you or just you?
I don't know. I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at Caleb.
I am looking at the dirty.
All right. As you focus on the strange immediacy and forever, it is an ancient concept of possibility. As you ask these questions and begin to contemplate, the loop of your thought process begins to cycle on itself, and you have to shake your head not to be lost in this kind of infinity that threatens to suddenly disperse you. And still it is this tiny gray thing before you, and it seems to like want your contact.
Like it.
You look down and you can see your hand in front of you.
Father and Mother. I hope I do not let you down.
As you reach out and touch, you guys watch as this.
Did we hear what we hear? Did we hear him talking?
You hear him talking.
Okay.
You see a faint mote of gray begin to drift out of the dodecahedron, and then just kind of it floats and just enters and vanishes into the chest of Caleb.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Caleb, you feel this tiny mote come into your hand, and then you pull it to your chest, and you feel this warmth, and for a second, probability becomes slightly malleable. And this object is still so much more than what you understand. Its power is indecipherable on the scale of your puny mortal knowledge. But you do know that somehow by reaching out to this device, you've managed to pull within yourself a fragment of possibility.
What does that mean? What does it mean? Fragment of possibility.
You said, Mom and Dad, I hope that it make you proud.
Oh, don't disappoint me.
And I don't disappoint you and stuff. And also, gee whiz, I should probably take baths more often.
That was not that part.
We were going to say that, and then the gray thing went into you.
Okay.
And you said, oh, I wish I could share my problems with my friends.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. I remember hearing that part.
You guys. And what? That is a very common sentiment. Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Long black hair that kind of goes just past the chest area.
Chest area.
Respectfully choosing words, Laura.
Wow.
Past her heaping bosom. What do you want me to say?
I think you've had enough. I think you've had enough.
It's making it weird.
Too much mercury.
Laura Bailey, forward-thinking feminist.
Sorry.
All right, so as you stand there, you take the sandbag and kind of, in a trebuchet-like motion, lob it overhead without quite looking, assuming the direction. Go ahead and make a dexterity check with a disadvantage, please.
Oh, I didn't need that. That's a natural one.
You lob it here. Oh! And everyone goes like, oh! You turn around.
Sorry, friend. Sorry. Yeah, that's a purple heart. Sorry, man. Jeez.
You turn around. You can see the mother of the small kid that was first running. It's just like rubbing the side of her face.
Oh. Mother.
Yeah, she's used to
Find her some
Do it
booze.
again.
Yeah, something to take the pain off.
She goes, it's fine. Looks up at you and goes, come on, and grabs her kid's arm, and they both kind of leave deeper into the crowd.
You should have let me and Yasha pick you up.
No, I've got this. Resituate. A little bit of a glance.
All right, try again.
That's another natural one.
As you, 1, 2.
Happened to Red Bear before.
You go to heave the sack, and as it does, it gets caught on part of your breastplate, and as you pull upward, there's a sound as sand just goes scattering into the sky around, emptying the bag and just pouring over you into your eyes, and laughter starts to gather in the crowd around, and some small clapping.
Again.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but let's give it a try. 2 shit throws in a row. Can't get any fucking worse.
All right, so.
Oh.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
No!
No! That's ridiculous!
You need to put that shit in jail.
Shouldn't have hit that woman with a sandbag.
Man, that's all right. You got him out of the way.
Wow.
Best game.
So.
You let me show my daughter how it is done.
Of course, understood.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hands you one of the short bows off to the side and 3 arrows. They're all right.
So-
They're construct.
Watch my form and technique. I pick up the bow, and I take the stick thing, and I pull it back like this.
It's,
Yeah?
just, I'll continue. Which target are you aiming for?
The farthest
The
one.
farthest? All right,
obviously.
with disadvantage.
Yeah.
That was good.
The fretching on that one was probably not very good. Let me try again.
The fretching?
I think it's flat. Yeah.
Listen, I have read a lot of books. I know it is fretching.
You knock your secondary arrow. Take a shot. It hits the bottom of the target, but no bullseye. But you hit it, and it's like, that was actually very good. Well,
Shut up, I don't need you to condescend to me. Give me another one.
Right away, little missy. Grabs 3 more arrows. You catch bits and pieces. Okay, what you hear is the page hurriedly saying, "Which skies now dark and broken veil. Over 1,000 dead. The Ashgard garrison is taken." And you hear this conversation a bit kind of hushed to hushed and a little bit shh. Starosta kind of peeks in a bit. You only catch the next bit with goes, "It's the king's response." Then you hear the page respond and say, "Formally declared war on Kryn dynasty and the wastes of Shorhas." There's some more muttering and you miss that. You miss that.
Oh no!
You miss that.
Secret warp zone to level 8.
Yeah. Yudaka pipes in and was like, "Starosta, to announce anything like that would set panic and change nothing. We are far from the fight for now. Let them have a day to rejoice or announce tomorrow."
Oh my god.
You miss the next thing. You miss the next thing. And the last thing you hear is the Starosta say, "I'll send word to General Grinbreaker and begin preparing her legion to move east. Tomorrow we'll notify the public, but Paige, return word to Rex and Trun that Zadash prepares to join the front. Now go." Let's come across the whole battlefield. Every breath is being held. You all in your chaos, running around, trying to shout orders to each other, you all eventually come to settle in this place.
No! No!
All the doors come upward. Heavy, repeated footfalls hit. Before bursting out of the far end, you see a hill giant come barreling through, knocking that one down. As it stands there in the center of the field, it goes, you see now. It has these tiny little, like, spines stuck into it, like it's been agitated and pushed to a point of absolute rage and anger. It's just roaring.
I let my crossbow bolt go.
All right, you release it.
Just out into the...
Boy.
Do you want me to do the talking?
Yes.
I was kidding.
No, you should. You weren't with us the night that all this went down, and so they would not suspect you of anything.
Come on.
That's actually true.
I am going to send Frumkin dancing around people's feet to get within 10 or 15 feet of these, to follow Yasha and Bo.
Okay.
And take a seat on a chair on the side of the room, close to the door as possible.
Yeah, you find a chair. Everyone seems to be standing and conversing, so.
Kind of grab Yasha behind, like, on the small of her back and kind of walk her up to the window, and I'm like, yeah, and there's actually a really great view.
They both immediately stop and, like, turn over
if you
to look at you.
So I can't even imagine the beauty.
Right? Isn't it? I mean, it's just such a great view. Over there is the Cobalt Soul.
Pardon me, can we help you?
Cobalt Soul.
And you glance over and you can see Ormond Haas at first glance, squat, maybe like 5'3", but a wide body. It's like Wolverine proportions. Very, very like dark, ruddy brown skin with eyes that are black like obsidian, that kind of almost sparkle when you look at them. The hair is very short and curled, and there's this kind of very, very strongly inset dimple wrinkle when he smiles with these kind of teeth that are almost a dull gray in color. There's something not quite human about him, but also very welcoming. And the other gentleman turns towards you. You can see now very close. And older gentleman, probably like 70s or so, skin slightly kind of jaundiced or yellowed in color versus the usual pigmentation here. He seems to bald on top, but like kind of longer gray-white hair that goes past the shoulders, the same white and gold robes. He smiles, but he looks like he's not enjoying the pleasantries of the space, but then puts on a face immediately as soon as he notices your arrival and just gives a nod. Bo, I am Ormond Haas. I am the headmaster of the Halls of Erudition. This is my compatriot, Master Trentikiton.
Trent Ikithon.
Trent Ikithon.
Sure it is.
And he turns and goes, it is a pleasure to meet you. I saw what you did today as well, and it was a very majestic display of skills, quite.
He kind of gives you a look over, like he's inspecting you with a very, very rapid and very detailed intake of your features, and he goes, "Where are you from, if I might ask?"
Abort.
I am from
Where did you grow up?
Rojas.
And how long have you lived here in the Empire?
Not very long. About, let's see. Maybe 8 months or something.
Oh, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. No.
But
Fascinating.
She traveled and has helped.
Trent isn't even looking at you. He's just completely focused on
but
Russia.
I travel. I left. I chose not to live there anymore. So.
Why did you leave?
I just, it's not a great place to live. It's awful. It's marsh and it's not a comfortable place to live.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me real fast.
What's he doing? What's he doing? This is all starts to crowd me.
So they exit, and you watch as Ormid, halfway through the room, as he has his arms folded, goes, "Oh my goodness, look at you," and gets down and starts going towards Frumpkin, and he's like,
This is how did you get in here?
Oh my god,
begins just reaching for the... Ormid Haas.
Ormid Haas.
Immediately just goes down and is goes from this completely established presentary kind of persona to this childlike wonder of this cat. It's like, "Come here, please. I'd like to touch on you."
I'm taking all this in first person.
Yep.
Yes, yep. Let's remember this for later.
Do you want me to read it out loud?
Yes, of course. If you don't mind.
Okay. My darling Jester, that's me.
Oh, she loves you.
I do so hope your journeys have been safe, fruitful, and wondrous. I've always wished you to see the beauty of the world around us, and while the circumstances perhaps were not the most favorable, it has allowed you the freedom to become your own woman.
That's nice.
I spent a lot of time inside this. I told you this, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. To show all of Wildmount and beyond the gifts you have to offer and the joys you have to give. My sweet girl, how I miss you. I miss her too so much. Your laughter, your energy. I've been sick in your absence. Oh, because I'm such a healer, and I took care of her, so that makes me so sad. But it is the trial any mother must endure, I suppose. You're on your own now, and while I will always miss that little girl, I'm equally eager to see the woman you will become. Tensions here are less, but not absent. Given time, I hope things will vanish into the past, and you may come to see me once more. Until then, I've included a small trifle. Some things to keep you comfortable, creating, and free. I love you. Your Ruby, my mama. Marion Lavore. She doesn't tell many people her real name,
Marion. It's a beautiful name.
Isn't it?
Nice letter.
Got it safely. Feel free to send more.
That's a really good idea.
Maybe that was it, because I wouldn't want to send 5,000 gold over the mail system. There's people out there who steal the mail.
You know what?
Horse.
That is true.
An incredibly excellent point. It is so easy to defraud the mail.
I'm going to at least need the best masseuse they have, who's also willing to do other interesting things, and somebody to feed me and talk to me as the entire thing is going on. So.
Glenn goes, well, I can definitely provide those requests. That sounds like a two-companion request.
I would imagine so.
Wait, just so I'm clear.
No, I'm so happy.
You're gonna
Detail.
get a full release massage while you're eating a steak or something?
A full muscle.
Fruit, don't be crass. That's just weird.
Preference?
Best
Male,
hands,
female, in between?
best hands, best conversationalist. I just surprise me.
Very well.
We order room service.
All right.
About when this is happening, I pull the wire out of my coat and hold it into my palmed hands and message to Not. Would you find an excuse to bring Beauregard and yourself to my room that you saw me go into?
Message received.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so Liam asking a question, and this is your choice. This is an idea that popped in my head. Could I request that everybody but Sam and Marisha leave the room?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did anybody else but Sam and Mitchell?
Bitch. Bitch. I didn't want to listen anyway, bitch.
That means you too, Matt.
Well then.
I am going to tell you the story of how I murdered my mother and father. When I was younger, I grew up in a small township outside of Rexcentrum called Blumenthal. My mother's name was Una. My father's name was Leofric. Everyone was very excited about me when I was young. I was bright and confident. People used to say that I glided through life and everything just worked for me. And as I got older, it became clear that I had a knack for the arcane. And everyone talked about the Solstice Academy. Maybe I would go there someday. It's the way they do things at that academy. They don't take all comers. They look for the diamond in the rough, and every couple of years they find one. But when I was a young man, adolescent really, they found 3 of us. Another boy and a girl, and
From your town?
yeah, from Blumenthal. And we were accepted.
How old were you?
I was young.
What's young? Teenager?
Yeah. Anyway, we went there. I studied for a year. I worked so hard. It came easier to me than the other two, but they were also very accomplished. There were others. There were other students from other parts of the empire there. And a little over a year of learning all they had to impart, I met a man named Trent Ickathon. He became our teacher.
Why didn't you say anything earlier?
Earlier when? Earlier tonight? A week ago? What do you mean?
When we were talking to Trent. You know we were talking to Trent.
So, after a year of studying in the main school, Trent handpicked all 3 of us again. And we left the school proper and went with him to a home out in the countryside where he trained us. And it was a good time. We believed in the empire. We were going to keep it strong. He was cruel. He hurt us a lot. Made us go through extreme circumstances. But we got strong. I also fell in love, but that's another story.
One of the other students.
So we rose through the ranks, and it was the empire over all, and eventually he wanted to test our allegiance, and so strangers were brought in, traitors, disgusting people, traitors to this empire, and we killed them.
Just students?
He made you
We wanted
executioners.
We wanted to be.
Caleb, that's deeply fucked up. You know that, right?
Yeah. So, a few months of this, of studying, of a little bit of torture, a little bit of murdering dissidents and traitors and deviants.
And then one day your parents were brought in as traitors. No.
We were ready to graduate. And the last test of our allegiance was... I'm getting ahead of myself. You know, I went home. I went on a trip home and visited my parents. And when I was there in the middle of the night, I awoke and overheard them talking and went to the stair and listened to them talk about revolution and tearing the empire down. And I felt disgraced and shame for my family, my mother and my father, who were so wonderful to me when I was a child and were so happy for me to go to the academy and believed in the empire so much. And I went back to the school, and when the three of us were summoned and told what was expected of us, I knew what had to be done. And we went to this other boy's home first, Eodwulf, and we stood by as he killed his parents, and we went to Astrid's house and had dinner with them, and she poisoned them. And then we went to my home and we grabbed a horse cart and in the middle of the night placed it against the door to the home, and I set it on fire.
And you had to do this to graduate. To prove your loyalty.
Well, yeah, but it didn't exactly go according to that plan, because as soon as I heard my mother and father screaming inside, I was so sure, until I wasn't, and I broke a bit.
Did you go in after them?
No, I went to an asylum for a number of years. I broke. And I don't remember so well what happened to me there. It was quite a number of years. And years later, a woman was there and she, another patient, and she put hands on me. And she took the clouds away. She took it all away. And not just my madness, but the fake memories that it keeps on put in my head of my parents.
Fake memories?
Wanting to, but yes. Yes.
Wait, that was a false memory? He tricked you?
Into hearing their talks against the Empire. Is
Yes,
that what it was?
yes, but it doesn't matter because I still wanted to do it when I did it.
But you didn't know what you were doing.
So what?
You were brainwashed.
So what?
Programmed.
Doesn't matter, I should have... I'm a disgusting person. It doesn't matter. Anyway, all that gone, just like that. And I ran. Not right away. I pretended like nothing had changed for several weeks. She was stark raving mad 15 minutes later, herself, the woman who helped me. And I killed one of Trent's people there and took this, and I pull out the necklace. And this has been keeping me hidden for years. For 5 years.
What do you mean hidden?
They can find who they want. But not with this. They cannot find me. So, I would really like to get into that library because I would...
Like to run again?
No. No, I like your...
I just go over and I just throw my arms around him and hug him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It wasn't you. It's not your fault. It wasn't you. You were made to do it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I know you don't realize that now, but you will. This pain that you have, that you wear all over you like a mask, it's just that, and you can take it off someday. I know it hurts, but it wasn't your fault. And I'm just going to keep telling you that until you believe me.
Are you and I good?
What you did was awful. Truly terrible. Despicable and unforgivable. Until you can forgive it. At some point, you'll have to do that. And I swear to you that I will be at your side until you do.
I have an idea. They can make that happen.
Really?
Yes. It will take a lot of hard work.
A lot of books.
A lot of books.
I'm in. Whatever you need, just tell me, and I'll get it for you.
I pull out the silver thread, and I start putting it around the room, and go over some notes. I have some ideas already, some ideas I had, and I will stay up another hour or two before going to bed.
All right, can we retrieve the rest of the group, please? Back to the table.
I've got the remnants of the fruit. I'm coming in with the food into their room, and I'm just wearing nothing but my tapestry. I'm your god. Long may I reign. Eat of my fruits.
I just ordered another fruit platter.
That's good. I got through a lot of this.
History can be done. Arcanists can be done. Please do sign in here.
Yeah. Caleb, the widow guest.
That's your name.
And your friend?
Veth.
Damn it, Beth.
No surname. Very well. I will be escorting you as well.
Probably not going to be able to help out right now.
I understand.
It's not you.
It's us.
It's us. We're not ready for that kind of commitment.
I understand. That's all right.
You're gonna make an adventuring party very happy someday.
Well, clearly we're gonna go talk to El Jefe. Got it out of the way right away. Autocorrect. Inside story. Joke. Whatever.
The inside story.
Apparently, the gentleman now sits there. His comfortable attire today comes in like a billowing linen, kind of a dark navy blue shirt that kind of frills at the wrists. You can see his rings and jewelry available as his fingers are kind of crossed and partially steepled in front of him. Not stapled to him, it's a whole different thing. Oh, God!
So this way gets us to go straight through Hupperdook.
It does.
Yeah.
We can stop by Hupperdook.
I'm just saying.
Remind me what's in Hupperdook?
It's just a funny name. It's like a cool name for a town.
that all of the buildings look like mushrooms.
They've got a wax museum.
Yeah.
Largest ball of twine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hupperdook.
The Branson of Wildmouth.
The Branson of Wildmouth, yeah. I hope
Okay.
it is.
Definitely stopping in Hupperdook.
They've got a soft serve place there. This will be great.
So we're gonna take that shady underground river.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Just gonna leave a handkerchief just in case.
Oh my god.
He just glares at you, glowering at Nod as you all step away from his corner of the chamber.
As I leave, I flick the wand of smiles at him again.
Fucking goof, I can't catch a break.
4. As he peels his large mitt off of Ford's body and grunts, he turns to the rest of the chamber.
Here it is.
Like the birthing of
He starts like pulling at his jaw.
When someone kicks him and he poofs, does he just automatically go to the other place, or does he like die for a little bit and come back?
No, I think it is pretty instantaneous, and honestly, I am so glad to have him, but I think it is probably nicer on the other side. Did your mother ever read you stories about the Fey Wild and sprites and blumpkins, and that's not the word.
What?
My mother never did, but the traveler told me lots of stories
Of the Fey Wild?
of everywhere.
Oh.
Making a very strange noise right now.
What's it sound like?
That's what that means he likes you.
Do you not have cats where you grew up?
I've heard the cats, but this is... Frunken was one of the first.
Did they have dogs?
Only rats that they ate.
We just have lots of rats. We have many creatures, but...
Do you have wolves?
Yeah.
Huddle together, for like warmth, like body warmth.
Sure, but I mean, Frunken is making me
Oh,
so warm.
No, yeah. No, I'm good.
I have like a very warm shawl too.
Yeah.
But do you want my...
No, my robe is good. It's thin, but it's like... It's like high third count,
Okay.
It's very good.
Yeah. Well, this is as far as I've ever been, you know?
In terms of
Just like, you know, and here, I mean, I've only been to Jorhas and Zadesh, you know. So
how long since you left Jorhas? Did you grow up there? That's a better question. Take that one.
I did grow up in Jorhas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did grow up there, but I left there, I think it was about...
8 months ago.
Yeah, I think it was about 8 months ago. Yeah, from what I can remember. But, yeah, so all of this is still very, very new, you know? And I like this stuff. Grass and things, you know?
You appreciate grass?
I think so. I mean, it's a much softer ground to sit on, you know, instead of like a marshy, sandy.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
what was your favorite part about Zadesh? Zorhash. Fuck. Jorhas.
I don't know if I had a favorite part.
Is it that bad?
Well, I mean, it's all I know, but it's probably not the best place to grow up now that I'm seeing everything else, you know? And I think sometimes I wish maybe it was a little different.
Do you still have that, like, this is home connection with it, though? Or no?
Yes. I think I will always have that.
That's nice.
Well,
I hope to see it someday.
I don't know if you're going to be that impressed by it, but maybe you will like it.
Can see your breath.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, I mean, I wonder if anyone else, I think, is our time up or? I think so.
Okay, and with that.
That was like a church youth trip flirting.
I know.
Great first date.
My mom used to tell me that if you act up too much, the goblins will come in the middle of the night and steal you away.
My father too used to tell me that they would steal children, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's true. But it doesn't really matter if you're good or bad. We will just come and steal you if you were a child anyway.
And would you eat? Because my mom said you would eat them.
Take it easy. We would share with the rest of the clan, but of course we would eat children.
Is she telling the truth? Do I feel like she's telling the truth?
Excuse me, not. Are you taking the piss right now?
I'm really not. Like, goblins are terrible, terrible creatures.
Did you ever eat a little child, Maud?
With great honesty, I can tell you that I've never eaten a child.
Inside check. I've been holding out. Just over one of the hills, just lazy little line of darkness across the...
Look like happy fire smoke or bad, unfortunate something's burning, dark?
It looks very localized.
Listen, everyone, this is what happened to me. Here is my definite backstory.
No, we'll do this later. Do you see the smoke over there? There's smoke. Everybody, there's smoke over there. No, we have to put a hold of this right now.
Sorry.
There's definitely a plume of smoke. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it's about. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. But we have to stop this conversation right in its tracks.
Sorry. What is it? Does it look like...
My horse.
Okay, get off the horse.
I'm going to start looking through Frumpkin in an attempt to let Yasha know that I am with her. I make Frumpkin do this to her forehead. With his paw.
Just like soft paw starts tapping you in the face.
Stop it. I found some of these. I'm going to put them in my book. I've gotten a lot of different ones now. So.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to save them. Getting quite the collection.
I'm gonna crumble them up.
As you guys finish your walk.
I yell to Caleb, "Modern literature!" And then I run towards these two goblins over here.
Over the side?
Yep.
All right. 15, 20.
I take out my hand crossbow and I point it from the goblins to Caleb and I fire.
Okay.
And I'm aiming for the book strapped under his armpit that only I know is under his clothes.
Okay.
And I rolled a natural 20.
It is an 18.
18. As far as they're concerned, Caleb is dead.
Wow.
Jester and Yasha, you guys are up.
Caleb!
Yeah. As far as you guys know, Notch just turned on you with the rest of the goblins and shot down Caleb.
If I fucking waste one of my fucking spells. Caleb! I rush over and I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh my god!
Okay. There you go. You move over, like stepping over the campfire.
Don't say it!
Laura for committing to RP. Yes!
No meta in this family, y'all. No meta in this family. Not in this house. We don't have it.
Wait,
I should have told everyone the names of all the set plays!
Caleb, do you continue to play dead?
Yeah.
Okay. The spell doesn't have an effect on Caleb.
It's not working! I don't know what's going on!
I'm gonna use my bonus action.
But really, I'm up to full.
Like 20 feet of movement.
I'm gonna try to drag Caleb
Okay, so
away from the fire, away behind the Asha.
okay, so half movement. You grab and start dragging Caleb face down through the dirt to about there's as far as you can get him. Over through rocks and sticks, twigs and shit are getting caught in your hair and
Dirtying me.
yeah.
Oh my god!
Fuck's sake.
All right, that finishes Jester's turn. Yasha, what are you doing?
I'll save us. It's okay.
No, the one up here?
Here?
Yeah.
All right, so you step forward past there and you get right up into the grill of the slowed ogre.
All right, and I'm going to get really mad, and I'm going to use Necrotic Shroud
Whoa, what is that?
on him.
So, as you guys watch here, the campfire suddenly dims. The flames kind of flicker and cool to this low orange glow from the vibrant yellow flame it was before. As Yasha steps past the flame and you watch as behind the shawl, 2 large skeletal black wings emerge from the back of her shoulder blades.
Like real or like see-through?
I think they can, can they see it? Because it's only for like 10 feet of the...
It has the effect, but it's still visible, I'm pretty sure.
I can see it! I think you're right.
Are
The
they-
effect is only
The
within
effect is
10
only within
Are
10
they
feet.
real or are they see-through?
You would look what appears to be somewhat translucent skeletal wing structure with like membranous, undead-looking wings.
What? The shit?
And as that happens, this dark energy kind of emanates from her body, and you watch for a second the white tips of her hair go completely black as she steps forward, striding with her blade in her hands.
Dun, 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 You had
Are you an angel?
you had wings.
Yeah, I guess that it just happens. I don't know.
Some people have sleep apnea.
Yeah. Is that a Jorhasian thing?
Caleb in Celestial says, "No, but really, are you an angel?"
I reply back in Celestial.
Oh, shit!
And I say, well, of sorts, I guess.
What did you say? What did you say?
They're speaking a language.
I didn't know you spoke this language.
It's a secret, nerdy language you wouldn't understand.
Okay,
Oh,
you
God,
got
what
it.
are they
was
talking
said.
about?
Yeah, it's really.
Oh, such FOMO.
Continuing in Celestial.
Oh, damn it.
All the players.
Wants to leave?
Just Laura. Just Laura. Just Laura.
Well, I know that I'm a goblin. For as long as I've been alive, I just haven't really felt, comfortable in there. I haven't felt comfortable in my skin for as long as I can remember. I just feel like, I don't know. It feels like I shouldn't be. I don't fit in with them. It's not just that. I feel this feels wrong. Like I should be in a different body. I want to be different.
Was there anyone you were close to?
Not in my clan, no. But there was someone. I think I was telling you before that they give you a job when you can, as soon as you're able to do one. And they tried me on so many different jobs, but I was not a soldier. I was not a good cook. I wasn't good at sewing or building. So they stuck me with the torturer.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't the torturer. I was the torturer's assistant.
Oh, you were not the torturer.
No. So I saw a lot of things, and there was a halfling village not far away, and they captured someone from the village, and they wanted me to kill him. But instead, I was kind to him, and he started talking. And my fellow gobbies didn't like that, but they allowed it because I was getting valuable information about where the halflings kept their food and where they went to harvest and where we could attack them. But I became friends with him. He was nice.
What happened to him?
Well, I hope he got away.
Did you leave before he did?
We left together.
Really?
What was his name?
It's not important. He was just a nice man.
Did you love him?
I don't know. He taught me about he was a chemist, so he taught me about alchemy and liquids and potions and things. And he taught me his language. And when he had taught me everything he could, they said to kill him. But I didn't want to. So I got real drunk and I created a distraction. And I hope he got away.
What was the distraction?
I shot one of my fellow goblins in the butt.
That's good.
He yelled a lot.
Yeah.
And then we ran off in separate directions, and I've been running ever since. Thank you, Caleb. I tasted a baby once. Just once. I didn't know they were just handing around a bowl. I didn't know what was in it, and then later somebody said there was like... I mean, they put a bunch of different meat in there. How was I supposed to know that it was like a goulashy thing?
Baby goulash.
Who am I to judge?
Good night. I guess I could... should I throw up now?
Maybe you should try.
In the name of science.
Stick something down my throat.
No, just put your finger down your throat.
Open up.
Puke.
Open up.
Did it work?
Eventually, yes.
I don't want to hold your throat.
This is really his face pointing up though, so it just projectile bouncing Betty vomits everywhere.
In a very Ren and Stimpy fashion, Jester just begins jamming the stick into Nut's gullet before the brackish brown whiskey comes back up in a mild spray against the nearby, now damp dirt and grass.
Is it steaming in the early morning cold?
It would be.
This is a fucked up way to start a morning.
No, not really.
Probably not.
I feel like when I see someone else throw up, I feel like I'm almost like I do.
Oh, yeah.
No. You know, you daydream of glory, and then who knows once you get there, but I get the sense that you've seen your fair share of battle in your day, is that right? And looks right towards Yasha, this kind of hulking woman with a giant two-handed greatsword on her back.
Seawater though, right? Could be like saline. Saline solution.
Do you wear contacts?
Yeah, you're not supposed to drink that stuff.
Yeah.
It's for rinsing and...
Yeah, here it gives you the shakes.
I don't abide by the rules. I walk my own path. Like a twister, I was born to walk alone.
Maybe that's your problem this whole time.
Fuck the rules. Give me saline or give me death.
Go on, did you see that?
That's a big one, yeah.
If I could have everybody leave the table except for Yasha, please.
What?
Oh, shit.
The storm.
Yasha was...
As much as everyone else is attempting and jostling around to get rest through the night's weather, there's something comforting about the sound of rolling thunder to you. Always kind of has been, but more so in recent years. And as unconsciousness comes to you, what usually means dreamless sleep, welcome to be dreamless. Because not all dreams are good for you. Not all memories are good for you. But as the dark takes you, there's a flash of light, the sound of thunder, and there's a vision, a memory of people all around you but faced away. People you know, people you grew up with, but all looking the opposite direction. Then it fades to dark. There's another flash, and you've pushed through them, and you see an elevated piece of ground with a central rock in the shape of a figure, though you can't see it. It's obscured by the low light. You do know who that shape is. It goes to dark. only stays dark for a while, to the point where you are longing for that next vision, clamoring for it. And you feel this like searing pain burning up each of your arms. You look down but can see nothing except for flames curling up the side. Dull, bluish purple flames that create the outline of your forearms. It burns up to the tips of your fingers. Flash once more. And around you are just bodies. Creatures, people, children, monsters. Dozens and dozens of corpses carved and torn asunder. And where you saw the blue flame up your arm, you just see blood dripping, fresh, crimson. Onto the ground, the only sound you hear. Vision fades to darkness once more. Another blast, and there you see it. The ruined statue. The one beacon of nameless hope that pulled you out of that darkness. Missing part of its torso, the head mostly cleaved. A kilter, the land seemingly ejecting the presence of what this statue represents. Your eyes look down and focus at the base. And as the vision begins to fade to black once more, your eyes focus on that single disc before bolts of lightning. Darkness takes you once more. The next flash hits, and you're just walking. Your lips are parched, your muscles ache. You look over your shoulder, and you see before you the memory of the land you grew up. The wastes beyond the central swamp of Shorehas. But it is crawling with thousands and thousands of worms. At this perspective, it looks like it's so small, but for these worms to be where they are, they would be so immense at this distance. The perspective is almost dizzying, and you look away, and you glance up back at that mountain. And in spite of that pain, you continue to push. The vision fades. And this time the darkness lingers. The confusion wells in. A desperation for something. It's not fair. It's not fair to be given just a few glimpses and no opportunity, no chance. How do you make this right? What do you make right? What did you do? What is there? One final, loud, shattering, shaking flash of light and rolling thunder brings to you one singular vision of a figure in the dark center of a storm cloud swirling. The wind buffets your shoulders with freezing air. You feel your hair being whipped and thrown around your face, stinging as it slaps against your cheeks and eyes. The same figure, that statue that had pulled you from the darkness once before, stands made of the same roaring and roiling clouds and rain and wind, stepping out of the sky towards you. You can see the muscle-bound form, the gray flesh, formless yet solid, as it steps down like a titan from the sky. The foot lands, but a quarter mile from where you stand, but the impact causes the ground beneath you to quake. And you strangely feel comfort. You can't look away from this figure. As the hand comes down and gently rests on the ground before you, before it turns upward to a palm. And a sourceless voice comes into your head. a voice you've never heard. For all that you've chased this mystery, what this beacon is, this is the first time you've heard a voice through this imagery. And all it says is, you walk the right path. Be strong. Don't forget who you were, and decide who you will become. The vision fades back in darkness. Another blast of thunder, and this time you wake up suddenly. The rain's still pouring outside. You're amongst the grass. We get everybody else back in, please?
I mostly just put flowers and things in here because I'm collecting them for someone, and I want to keep them all in here from my travels.
Oh, it's beautiful. Was it a special someone?
Yes.
Someone back home? That's so nice.
Yeah.
Before Beauregard, Caleb, Molly, and Jester all at once, you hear this strange, trilled cry of some kind. It's kind of like...
I cast mage armor on myself.
Mage armor. You see something moving in the center of this bog, struggling, shifting. You see, covered in this tar-like material and flailing, what looks to be some sort of a humanoid creature of jet black skin. It's not skin, feathers. It's fighting against the swamp. It's small. And you watch as, shifting out of the water off to the side, kind of slowly up the bog, probably what Bo saw earlier, what looks to be some sort of reptilian creature with a long snout and a long tail, curving around and making its way slowly towards the bog as the flailing bird creature is attempting to get a... It opens his jaws.
I point at Percy and I go, he did it.
Percy?
Oh, I call him Percy! I think that's the first time I've done that.
That's the first time any of us have done
I pointed at Molly, he did it.
You did it. All right. No.
I miss Percy.
Like the corner of my mind.
Alrighty.
Julie, be much bringing you back. That'll be the end of it.
Are you over 50? Do you have any 300 gold diamonds?
I have lots of rings. Do any of them have diamonds in them?
Not worth 300 gold.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, you gotta buy your spell components.
She's a terrible cleric.
No.
Can you understand us?
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Do you live around here?
Do you live around here?
It's like a mockingjay.
What is your name?
Maybe it was
Are you
separated from its parents.
Maybe. Are you an adult or are you a kid?
A kid.
He only repeats what we say.
And begins to write into the book. And shows it to you and it says, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome so much. How old are you? What's your name?
It says 4. The number 4. Her name is Kiri.
Kiri. Kiri.
Kiri.
Where's your family now? Oh no 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 no. Are your mama and dad okay? No. You don't know where they went? How did you get separated?
It says, swamp was to hide us. Swamp folk saw us, so we ran to not be taken. I wasn't watching, and the bog caught me. Family couldn't pull free. Couldn't risk sisters or selves. So kept going.
Oh no!
Stuck here for a while. Not their fault. Don't want them to die for my carelessness. Closes the book.
We've got to get him to his family.
Do you know where they are heading?
To him?
Oh, I don't know. Are you a boy?
A boy bird or a girl bird or just a bird bird?
A word bird.
Girl?
Kiri.
I reach behind my belt and I pull out a dagger and twirl it in my finger and hand it held towards Carrie. Careful, it's sharp.
It's sharp.
Sweet.
I love her. I love her.
She's the best.
She's the best.
Welcome to the Mighty Nine.
Hey!
Walks right up to you, like face.
I just give her a kiss. She's just so cute, you know?
I do. She really is.
Kiri jumps up into the cart and turns around to Svi and goes, "Welcome to the Mighty Nine!" and starts petting Frumpkin.
I love her so much.
The best of us.
She's the best of us.
Yeah.
Crown's got Alexander.
Crown's got Alexander. So formal.
I don't like you.
I get that a lot.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Don't start any trouble.
All right.
Good. Get on your way.
I will wait because I don't like him telling me what to do, and then I will get on my way.
When you're good and ready.
As you wait
Exactly.
there, this
I
awkward
wait for him
30-second
to leave
stare
first.
before he goes like, I'll just...
Yeah. No, I'm comfortable.
Tell him, Bo. Let him know.
Be on your way. And he turns around and walks back to his post.
I wait, and then I give myself a this for winning that game of chicken. Yeah. And then I climb the rope.
Nightmares I've been having, yeah? Been having them ever since. Whatever it is, it's gone in my head. I ain't going. I ain't worth it for a hand of coin.
What if we made you 100 coin?
I'll come for that.
All right.
All the sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you can be. But my life in my land is the same.
He delivered.
God knows this one.
Damn. Now get a drink. And he goes back towards the bar.
Yeah. Kiri, where do babies come from? She doesn't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yes, she does.
Where do babies come from?
Your voice is very low, but
Is that how I
you
sound?
kind of do sound like that.
Wow. I have a lot to reevaluate.
Put some nuts on there.
Gotta think about some things.